Okay, good morning. Alamitos, is it Alamitos Creek? So I went inside. Home's gorgeous. Turned all the lights on, and but when I pulled up, I'm like, okay, I see that we've got some repainting and maybe even some replacing that we need to do on some of this wood rot here that might get called out during the inspection, during the VA visit. Um, right here as well. And so I pulled up and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Um, but I got back inside and I was like, never mind. So the exterior fascia boards need to get some attention. We also have a small water leak over here for the one of the bulbs for your irrigation system has a small little leak. I already took a little video and sent that over to the sellers. But neighborhood is great. We've got a good combination of homes. So this is like we're a little bit of a step up compared to some of the other houses that we've been looking at. If you look at the brick design, you've got like a herringbone design on some of these homes. I want to say this is a combination of like New Leaf, maybe even Perry homes. So you can see that it's kind of a common thing here with these arches. Neighbor across the way too, same thing, has that. Over here too, they got kind of the same thing there. But it's a nice neighborhood. You can see I do love how this looks. Got kind of that cathedral look with the little windows up on top there. So anyhow, let's take a look around. We've got brick, stained fence. This is broken. That would need a. Well, I don't know. It might be. That might be how it is since it's got that little cage. I'm just used to seeing that little flapper there, but it's got that little cage, so it might be how it's supposed to be. Driveway. No cracks or anything like that. I think it needs a little love. Some of the grass is a little tall. It probably needs a good cut, trim. Some of the bushes need to get trimmed up. Looks like it may have been vacant for a little while. You got kind of that stuff going on right there too. So needs a good repaint, seal it back up again. Crazy bushes here. All right, so we're just gonna hop up here. Oh. Door needs some love. You could say it kind of could look like that, but I would probably put another coat of stain on there. Behold. Okay. Air is on, feels nice and cool. Tile, we've got these big, I think these are probably like 16 by 16 inch tiles. You can see this is kind of what the tile looks like. Keep getting these calls. So it kind of goes around and you can actually come out this way. So we'll start on the left side. Tall ceilings. When I saw the pictures, I was a little bit worried about the width of the living room, but it seems to be a pretty good size. These are real hardwood floors. These are like true hand scraped floors. So we've got some scratches here. Not terribly bad. I would probably use like a furniture pen, like a dark brown furniture pen, and kind of color them back, fill them back in, like color them back so you can't see it. We've got the wrought iron spindles there. Fireplace. And it It is gas. You've got your gas valve right there. It goes all the way up. Take a look at the kitchen. Nice rock island. So 4-bedroom, 3.5 baths. I think it's over 3,000 square feet, and a real deep sink. My goodness. They're asking like $400K for this one. Got your microwave, oven, cooktop, gas. It's your backsplash. Around. If you want to see kind of a little bit more what this looks like. So it's got like some detail on the side. You can't really see that in the other pictures. Your pantry, walk in. Pantry or step in pantry, I guess. I think it's a good size. Door trim has a little bit more details there around your door trim. All right, and then let me see, which way do we want to go here? Utility room, gas dryer. Wow, you don't see that too often. Usually they're electric. It's gonna help you save on your utility bills for sure when you're doing laundry for all the girls in the family. Bathroom, pedestal sink. Garage. Step down here. Water softener. Looks a little old. This is the kind that I have, actually. Yeah, that needs to get. I think she said that was on the list for the inspection. Heater, gas water heater. No, actually, that's an electric water heater. That's unusual to have gas stove, gas dryer, but electric water heater. Rainbird irrigation system. All right. Just let that close. That's what the doors look like. And then we go kind of looping back around to where we started. So this would be like your formal dining. Maybe it could be like an office space. You see a cracked receptacle cover. This little trim that goes around. Okay, so we'll kind of go back around this way again. Here's the back side of the door. Got a little bit of an overspray for paint there. Oh, you know what? Here's the dining room, duh. You got 2 dining rooms. Someone's cutting the grass outside. stained. It's kind of a brownish color. Decent sized yard. 2 units. That insulation needs to get redone. I don't want to step in the mud over here. Okay, primary. Got this little space here. Here's your primary bedroom. Carpet. Let me check my shoes because I was stepping in mud. Carpet doesn't look new, but it does look pretty clean. I haven't seen any stains or anything on it, but here is the bedroom. This looks like it's probably a queen size bed. So you do have a lot of space. Here's your TV goes. Got your outlets there. Coax. And then the carpet is kind of a coffee. Like a milky coffee, like a latte. All right, let's see if we get this light. There it is. So you got his and her sinks. This is kind of tall too. It's kind of an upgrade. Usually they're a little bit lower. This one's a little bit taller. And then this material, I don't think it's not quartz. It's some other kind of material. Corian, maybe corian. Another thing that I noticed, you've got the baseboard. It's a little bit taller. Bidet, is that a bidet toilet? Put your candles. Which one of the switches are, but that's what the fixtures look like. And here's the other side. And then closet. Is there another closet? Because this one's kind of small. Shower. Big shower. This needs to get cleaned up a little bit. It's got some water stains. Okay, what's going on with the closet situation here? What? That's it? Just this one closet? Get all the lights. Okay. I think that's the only closet. Yeah, I think this home is just over 3,000 square feet. We got this loft area. Bedroom number 2 is big. And it's got a Jack and Jill bathroom. There's the other bedroom. So this one, this room has this big closet over here. Then you got your Jack and Jill, right? So you have your own separate sink for this room. Toilet and shower are shared between the middle. This room has their own sink, and then they also have a smaller closet. It just needs to get tightened up. Something happened here. I think this thing fell down or something. Looks like this thing bent. You see that gap? Certainly not perfect. Let me get the other light off over here too. That might be why they were doing all those extra things. We had talked about, like they had agreed to do some extra stuff. Cute little windows there. The other thing I forgot to mention is there's a shooting range right over there on the other side of the main road. You can hear it. I'm right next door to it. I'm used to it all the time, but there is a shooting range. There's also a real nice church right there. It's a Catholic church. It's a Roman Catholic church. The views are beautiful. As you're sitting in the church and you're looking, you have a beautiful view in the background. It's one of my favorite things about that church, other than just giving thanks to the Lord. Okay, here's the other bedroom. Big. Closet. It's got some stuff. What is that, like a foam or something? You hear that? Did you hear it? You can hear a couple of pops. Bathroom. So we get a little bit of rust on this register. I don't think it's water. I think it's just condensation from it gets so cold, right? As it's blowing the air out, then you've got the warmer air down in the room, and it creates, sometimes you'll have like water dripping. That happens to mine sometimes too. Okay, so this is pretty much it. I do like that you're able to kind of like walk around, like downstairs. You can kind of walk where the kitchen is at, and then you can do the same thing here. Go through the bathrooms and like walk through this way. Not a big fan of the smaller closet in the primary. But I do love gas in the dryer. Kitchen. Yeah, let me look at that again. Oh, look, I just noticed speakers, built-in speakers. And I think the audio jacks are right there. Yeah. This is the only closet. Okie dokie. I think we're done. All right, I'm setting everything down. Get on out of here. Okay, we're done.